There are 4 steps to finishing an Americana submission. The first one is separating the arm from his body. Okay, so we need to get his elbow to the floor, to the mat. We need to get his arm to the square. Okay, the way you do that, 2 hands on one of his forearms, and you're going to get your weight over the top and use your weight and strength to push it down. Okay, the weight's going to help you overcome if you're against someone a little stronger than you. Okay, we're going to take this elbow, the elbow on the hand that has his wrist is going to drop into the crook of his neck on the mat and be heavy there. Okay, this is the first step. The next step is to get the figure 4 position with my hands. So again, I'm going to leave the hand that's on his wrist there. The hand that was on the elbow goes underneath his upper arm. Grab the top of my wrist where my watch would be. So I'm going to grab my watch. Something important here is the grips. So when I'm setting up my figure 4, I don't want a C grip. I want a sloth grip. So sloth grip, you take your thumb, put it next to your pointer finger. You know how sloths have their claws, right? Versus a C grip. If I do this with a C grip, he can easily karate chop out. Okay, and it's going to mess up the finishing mechanics in a second. So let's make sure we do sloth grip. We get here. So this is the setup. Okay, next we're going to do a couple of the finishing mechanics. So I need to get his elbow down to his hip. Okay, when you see a bunch of new guys do this, especially the younger guys, they put all their energy into getting the arm separate from the body. They go for the figure 4 and they get excited, man. They can feel the submission. They get so excited, so they start ripping it. Well, here's the problem. If I'm ripping it up here, his shoulder has way too much mobility, okay? Very mobile. So what we're going to do is after I have that figure 4 hold on his arm, I'm going to pull his elbow down to his side, okay? At this point, if I pin down his wrist here and I pull up on his elbow, he taps. Now, Sio has bigger shoulders and he's a little less flexible, okay? If it's someone younger, someone that's smaller shoulders, more flexible, you'll still have to pull up the elbow more. But that means also you can get the elbow even further down, closer to their hip, okay? So that's going to take away his mobility. And then the finishing mechanic is I'm going to take my wrists and I'm going to roll both of them forward, okay? Don't just roll this one. Roll this one and this one, and it tightens up. He's already tapping, okay? I'm going to bring it up a little bit and loosen it up to be nice to my partner and show the last part. If they are too flexible, where you roll both of your wrists and their elbows already down at the side at their hip, you haven't finished them yet. You're going to use the hand that's on his wrist. You're going to press down and keep the back of his hand stuck on the mat. And I'm going to pull up on his elbow with my elbow. And that'll get the finish, okay? But when you're going live, you want to get the elbow down to the hip. So that's the mechanics of the Americana. One extra detail for the mount is we're actually going to turn sideways here. If I try to do this for a mount and I try to pull his elbow down, my own knee often gets in the way, okay? Not so much on Sio due to his torso being pretty lengthy, but oftentimes you'll need to take your knee and move it back 6 inches so you can get the elbow all the way down the side, curl your wrists, and pull up on the elbow. Okay, so those are the mechanics of the Americana. Let's do it real quick from side control. It's the same thing. He's got his hands close to his body. I need to separate the far hand. We're not attacking the close hand, attack the far hand. Separate it out, get it to the square. Get my figure 4 hold. Pull the elbow down to the hip. Roll the wrists and pull up on the elbow. And get the tap. So there you have it. Those are the mechanics of the Americana. Something that every jiu-jitsu practitioner should know.